challenge. Let's look. So, right now it's like the van. My phone overheats, so I'm literally holding this phone in a wet washcloth right now. So this is how it's gonna be, I guess. I've been putting my phone and my devices where it's really cool. Anyway, yeah, summer is definitely a force to be reckoned with here in Slab City. So I'm just going to give a brief summary of the last few days. So Elvisboy and his girlfriend, Elisa, hi, if you're watching this, came to visit on Saturday. So today's Monday. And they came about 3:30 in the afternoon, and we took off in his vehicle. We visited with Dot for half hour-ish. We kept it brief. Dot was really busy with tourists coming to visit her outdoor exhibit called Amaze in Art. Be sure to check out her channel, House of Dots. And she gave us her latest report on her pool, because Dot is known as the pool queen here in Slab City, where she just models for us how to keep a natural salt pool. Now she's upgraded to it being a salt pool. She did mention that she puts about a cup of bleach in, but it's also a 10-foot pool, so that bleach gets pretty, I heard something here. So that bleach, oh, it's just a piece of tape blowing in the wind. That bleach gets dispersed evenly throughout the pool. So yeah, I really wanted a natural pool solution, and she was using plain lithium for a while, but evidently it was getting funky, so she started adding chlorine or bleach. Now she's adding straight bleach, a cup. So yeah, I wanted to do a pool, but I don't want to deal with throwing a pool when it starts breaking down, because pretty much all of them are made of plastic. So I'm looking at other solutions, creative solutions. My screen just went dark. I'm hoping that we're going to stay connected here. So then afterwards, Elvisboy, if you haven't heard of Elvisboy, check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description, called Into the Sunset. So he fairly frequently visits Slab City periodically. Hi Dave, welcome. He called me Glow, that's cute. So Elvisboy is a great friend of Slab City, and he comes out and he always brings gifts, useful gifts like water, I know he's brought out like toilet paper, wipes. So this time he brought out baby wipes, scent-free, hypoallergenic, because a lot of us are sensitive to chemicals that they put in a lot of baby wipes. And a gigantic watermelon. It was like, I could have sworn I heard something running around. There's all kinds of things that come out here in the desert in the summer that come out from hiding. So I'm a little on alert here. Okay, so he brought out like this 1-foot diameter watermelon. So last night we had this watermelon, or rather a melon feast. Dreamcatcher had cantaloupe and honeydew, and then I brought over Elvisboy. That's his name. He calls himself Elvisboy, but his channel is Into the Sunset. So you can check him out on YouTube, where he does a lot of desert excursions, sometimes on his motorcycle. He is a motorcyclist. So yeah, that was big fun. He took me out. He and his girlfriend Elisa, they took me out for lunch, and I had a taco salad. We went to a place called the Donut Mexican restaurant, Donut and Mexican restaurant in Calipatria, and they have decent food. Yeah, right, Dave. Yeah, honeydew and cantaloupe have more electrolytes than sports drinks. That's pretty awesome. I think watermelon is up there too. I believe watermelon has a similar constitution as the liquid that our brain rests in. A friend of mine shared that. Interesting. Real eating melon, different types of melon, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. They just are extremely refreshing. So right about 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the evening, us campers, slab campers here in Wonderland, we gathered together, and then I walked around and shared watermelon with a good friend of mine. So yeah, it was a good time. And also punctuated by visits to the canal with my friend 𝐸𝐸𝐿 and his dogs, which has been incredibly refreshing. I mean, that is just, yeah, it is awesome. There's this tape I gotta show you. It keeps fluttering in the wind, and I keep thinking it's like, yeah, that's the washcloth that I'm resting the phone in so it doesn't overheat. Yeah, I'm in Wonderland, Dave. That's where the structure is. And please, no pop-in visits. I have to tell that to folks. Now that we're growing on YouTube. So, yeah, if people want to meet me for the first time, the range, that's always a great place to start. That's where I met my friend Michelle, in fact, and that was perfect. We got to know one another. And then, yeah, so. So that tape keeps rattling. I'm like, it sounds like a snake, a rattlesnake. But it's not. It's just a piece of tape, piece of garbage. So yes. So the canal visits, my friend 𝐸𝐸𝐿 has been picking me up, and we've been driving. It's about a 2-mile drive, and then we walk down. We climb down with a ladder. This spot is not so bad. It's I don't feel as like endangered as some spots along the canal where it's a lot steeper. Yes, I've heard of that one. Lower Canal at the bridge. My friend was saying that it's just not as nice as the spots that we go to at the Upper Canal. It's kind of mucky a little bit. I don't know what your experience is. There's also the reservoir. I've gone to the reservoir, which is really great too. Yeah. So the last 2 days, yesterday was quite humid, and it was a bit of a struggle to get through the afternoon. Like, I was also like really tired, and it was because the humidity was high. It was like at 58%. Yes, I've been to the reservoir. It's really nice there. I like that. I like the canal the best, I think, but the reservoir is pretty awesome too. No, it's called the Reservoir. It's off of, I think it's Wilkins. Summer itch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think we'll be going there. Hi, Erin. Welcome. So yesterday it was about the same temperature. It was 109, just like today, but the difference was the humidity level. Yesterday the humidity level was like around 50%. Today it was around 25, 28%. And today was much easier for me to get through. Ask about the Eastern Sierra. Oh, I miss the Eastern Sierra. But I can't be at two places at once. But I have like these waking flashbacks of being in Mammoth Lakes, which is usually where I am this time of the year, where it's in the 70s and low 80s, and it's just so dreamy, and the weather is just incredible, and the scenery. Oh, yes, humidity makes this rough. So the humidity here seems to kind of go up and down. There doesn't seem to be a consistent pattern. Of course, I had hoped that the humidity is going up every year, so it's making it really difficult. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. And it looks like I will be going to the beach in the fall, so I'm excited about that. Any must-see spots for a family with a small dog. So Aaron, are you going to the Eastern Sierra? Convict Lake is great, but it does tend to be really busy. They do have a campground there. Try to go during the weekday when it's not so hustle and bustle and busy. The town of Mammoth Lakes is incredible. There's like a walking trail around the town. Check that out. Of course, there's the hot springs off of Whitmore Tubbs Road, or Benton Crossing, I think. Yeah, I definitely highly recommend the Mammoth Lakes area. They have an abundance of camping, like national forest all over. Lori, welcome. So Lori says, along with tornadoes and flooding, it was 93, but feels like 113. Yeah, agriculture. That's what's going on here, is the agriculture raises the humidity in an otherwise usually dry climate. So it looks like we're going to have a streak of days in just under 110. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I wanted to show you guys my new shade cloth additions. Hopefully I don't lose you here. I don't want to stand in the sun, even though it is starting to go down, but I don't want to stand in it for too long. But have a look at my, see the triangle right there? The triangular shade cloth. Let's go have a look. Sorry for the wind. Being that I have to hold the phone in a washcloth, I can't really put my usual equipment on. So this helps keep the late afternoon sun at bay. And then we have this other triangular sail. So it just makes this space really comfortable, and I'm really enjoying it. And then I don't know if I showed you folks, but I added another hay tarp in the front of the van, and this has been incredible. This keeps the brunt of the heat off of my van. Yes, my van is pinned in. That's intentional. I mean, I get rides with people, so it works out. Otherwise, it would be a real pain trying to get out of here. So for the next few months, my plan is to get rides with friends. And I only need to go to the store like once a month to stock up. Oh, that sounds fairly rough. Okay, someone's dragging the water tank down This powder. So, and this is working. So, and they were getting in through this wire, so I threw a bunch of it on the wire here, the extension cord, to keep them from getting in the van. Man, whew, there's a lot to think about with dealing with summer here. So that's my latest update. I just wanted to invite you to support this channel by joining my Ko-fi community, link in the description. There are 3 membership tiers. You can also donate once. I also have Cash App, so check out that link in the description. And I have a new merch store called, which is a sustainable merch company in England, in the Isle of Wight. But I really love their products. They're durable, they're very good quality, that's why I went with them, and they recycle and they practice really sustainable practices. So check out my new merch store, also link in the description. So the goal is to try to go live every day, or at least every other day. Sometimes I may do a summary of several days in a row if life gets in the way. So, oh, I wanted to finish my tour around the van. So, oh, I'm so proud of this shade cloth here. I love how it looks, and I love how I was able to get these robust screw-in posts into the ground, and how I did that was wetting the ground after I put them in. So I've literally used this tent. Right now it's just being used for storage. I've got my woolen cloaks in there, the ones I'm gonna use to walk to work in. So yeah, so what I did is, so these heavy duty screw-in stakes weren't holding, so I poured water over them, and then I tamped it down and waited a couple of days, and then poured water on it again, tamped it down again, and it made like its own concrete, and they're holding wonderfully. So I've also covered my tires so that they don't start dry rotting. Here's the other side of the hay tarp. So yeah. I'm loving my camp. Just absolutely love it. I don't need that, Dave. I mean, like I explained, I just pour water over the stake area, and it's been holding just as well as concrete. I've done that with all of the heavy duty stakes that I've put into the ground, and including the posts. Like these posts here, same thing, water, tamping it down real hard. I used, and it's working really well. This here is the rope I use for the canal. So being that we climb down into the canal, use it with a ladder, this D-clip hooks onto the side of the ladder, and then I hold onto the rope because the current is really strong and can sweep you away. So it's potentially dangerous. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me live. I really appreciate your time. Any other questions? My phone's starting to get hot, so it's still over 100 degrees. So, yeah. I'm feeling really concerned about my devices out here. So Dreamcatcher, my friend Dreamcatcher taught me this trick. You're welcome, Aaron. Of wrapping devices in like damp cloths to use evaporative cooling to keep them cool, and it works. It works really well. So, but I'm noticing that my phone's feeling pretty hot in my hand. So before we close, again, I want to invite you to check out my Ko-fi community, link in the description, and check out my T-Mill merch store. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.